Star Wars, the expanded universe takes over. The Star Wars universe has often been summarized by this film trilogy, but it would be a mistake not to look beyond the stars of the big screen. Today, while films and series continue to play a key role, it is above all the expanded universe that is progressively shaping the contours of the saga's future. This includes novels, comics, video games, and cross-media projects bigger than the films. A quick look back. In 2012, when Disney bought Lucasfilm, a big change happened. All previous novels, comics, and games were relegated under the Legends label. However, these stories, although non-canonical, continue to feed the fans' imagination. But Disney wants a coherent universe, in line with its new projects. Since this reboot, the EU hasn't stopped growing. Regarding the novels, we now count over 80 officially integrated titles within the canon. Among these works, the High Republic series holds a pivotal position. It's 200 years before the films, when the Jedi Order was at its peak. The idea is simple. Explore a golden age to understand its future fall. Critical reception and reader enthusiasm show the gamble worked. Jedi are less dogmatic there. Entirely new adversaries such as the Nihil, and a revitalized spirit of adventure. In France, Light of the Jedi is readable in darkness. Pocket translates everything. Another pillar of the literary renewal is Thrawn. This iconic character from the former Legends universe was masterfully brought back by Timothy Zahn. As an exceptional strategist, calm and analytical, he poses an unparalleled threat to the Rebel Alliance. The first trilogy recounts his rise in the Empire, while the second, Ascendancy, explores his origins in the unknown regions. And he is not alone. Several characters from the Legends universe have been integrated into the official canon, sometimes with some adaptations. His is the case for Quinlan Vos, a marginal Jedi glimpsed in The Phantom Menace, whose character is developed through novels and episodes of the Clone Wars. Asajj Ventress, a truly formidable antagonist, has likewise transitioned from the Legends continuity to become a key figure in the animated show. Darth Bane, don't confuse with Cad Bane, is the creator of the Sith's Rule of Two. He was mentioned in the Clone Wars, thus validating his existence in the canon. Aurra Sing, a bounty hunter, had her role expanded within the animated shows. She works this way with the Hutt clan and the bounty hunter, Cad Bane, whom we mentioned earlier. Also, certain groups, like the Death Watch, a Mandalorian splinter group opposing the new Mandalorians, the pacifist government of Mandalore, and the Inquisitors or specific clone troopers, such as Commander Fordo, designated ARC-77, or Fives, also called ARC-55555, have also moved from being Legends secondary characters to recognized canon figures, especially in the Clone Wars series. On the contrary, iconic characters such as Mara Jade, who is Luke Skywalker's wife, Dash Rendar, a mercenary operative, or Prince Sizor, the major mobster, haven't crossed that line yet, though some elements inspired new canon creations. This selective transposition allows the rich heritage of the expanded universe to be preserved while building a coherent narrative. And then there is Alphabet Squadron, a post-Empire series written by Alexander Freed, which follows a squad of pilots tasked with tracking down the last Imperial strongholds. Far from glorifying war, these novels have a more mature tone, focusing on the psychological aftermath of the conflict and the moral dilemmas of reconciliation. Looking at the comic books published in France by Panini Comics or Delcourt, the diversity is equally pronounced. Doctor Aphra, a moral and sarcastic archaeologist, offers a completely offbeat approach to the universe. It's a bit like Indiana Jones, but the dark side, with constant moral dilemmas and a cast of colorful characters. She is also one of the rare queer characters to headline in Star Wars. The Darth Vader series, for their part, allow for a dive into the mind of the Sith Lord between episodes 3 and 4. We discover a more tormented character caught in the Empire's power games and haunted by his past. The writing is often darker, more political, and the plot's much more subtle than what the cinema has shown. The High Republic again also has a comic adaptation, adult or junior versions, enough to complete the novel plots and explore other facets of that era. Here again, it is a well-oiled transmedia strategy. Different formats, but an overall coherence that holds up. And what about video games? Long neglected or underutilized, they are now an integral part of the official canon. Jedi Fallen Order and its sequel, Jedi Survivor, gave players a solo adventure worthy of the best saga stories. Cal Kestis, a young Padawan who survived Order 66, represents a new generation of heroic figures. His journey between flight, learning, and confrontation enriches the universe with sobriety and intensity. Star Wars Outlaws proposes a new stage, a narrative open world centered on an outlaw operating in the world of smugglers. Out with the Jedi, make way for the grey men of the galaxy, for the scheming, the betrayals, and the moral choices. The tone will be more adult, more immersive, like a space western. For its part, Quantic Dream is preparing Star Wars Eclipse, a dark narrative experience set during the High Republic era. These contents have one thing in common. They are no longer secondary. They lay the groundwork, explore avenues, and test characters. Better yet, some are now feeding audio-visual projects. Thrawn appeared in the Ashoka series played by Lars Mikkelsen. The Acolyte takes place during the High Republic, directly inspired by the novels. It would not be surprising to see Cal Kestis arrive one day in the flesh on Disney+. Far from being an exhausted franchise, Star Wars is today a field of narrative and artistic experimentation. The case of the High Republic novel series, which was designed from the beginning as a cohesive universe shared across multiple formats and authors, shows how much the franchise can explore new territories without losing its soul. As author Claudia Gray says, "It's not one Jedi's story, it's a whole generation's. Its future depends on its ability to surprise, to move, to tell stories differently. And in that game, the extended universe already has a step ahead. A small homage to the Hyperdrive podcast. It's hard to discuss the Star Wars expanded universe without recognizing the efforts of the fans who also helped keep this galaxy alive. That's the case for the Hyperdrive podcast and its original audio series, The Galactic Chronicles. 3 seasons, many characters, opposing smugglers, 100% Star Wars feel, all French made. A beautiful proof that passion can also become canon in the hearts of the fans. So goodbye, see you later, and never forget that science fiction, it's a trap.